Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers.
Let's go. Let's go.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he hadn't made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Down, 90, Wolf.
Hey, defense, let's go.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We ain't giving them nothing today. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Keys looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Come on, set, Nate, read.
Right there, 56. Coming. Wide, get wide.
Topper, topper. Shoot.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd down now, Hobbs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 50-60 or.
Let's get the ball.
Hey, seam 6.
56.
All right.
Operating from the gun. Keys looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A 20-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Parks. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Saints.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
We want this.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parks. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 soft.
56. Warner John.
Get it ready.
They'll run it with Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Recon, 152 fighting.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Second and 3. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Bravo.
To throw on third down. Keys. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 38 yards on the scamper there.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
To throw on second down. Keys. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready, break.
56. Mike's 56. You don't want none. You don't give it. Pick up the ball.
Snap.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
On second down, Hobbs. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just thinking what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Set 60 or.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll drop the throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Parks. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And Thomas has it. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
X3, 218, chop. Shoot.
Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Back to throw here. He's got Burton here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Let's go now. 18 Gators. Score.
Mike, check. 59. Go.
Get it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Down. 70, Indy.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Keys. Throw left side complete. It's Cox. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Caught by number 11. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a give, right side. Hobbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What do I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the Saints 1st down.
Ready up.
Mark, 59, Mark. Check, 59. Hey, watch the slant.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parks. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
At his 48-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now back to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. They're going to look to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Thomas, the intended target.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Set, ready, 10-2 stop. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Fine.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Keys. That one is caught by Hunt. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw. Keys. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
It's your time, baby. We did our part.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Got to do better.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We'll just start.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Panthers.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 56 for Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
The score, Saints 21, Panthers 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Here we go.
2nd and 15. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hey, orbit.
On 3rd down, Keys. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Parks. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Saints first down.
Let's go now. 10-2 soft.
Check 56. Target, target. Target, target.
Look at me. Zipper.
I got him.
Hey. 6-6. Pull it high.
Yo.
Shoot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This one out left to the tight end, Burton.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
70, Indy. 80 weapons.
He's coming.
Yes.
He's coming.
Snap.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Go, go.
56.
From the gun, Keys. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on this. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
56 for Mike. 56.
Looking to throw. Looking long for Thomas. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to look deep and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight.
Get it.
A give to Kamara running right. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parks. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
60 Pittsburgh.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Running with Kamara. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10.
Ready.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets a made.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second and 2. And he completes it to Hunt. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first and 10, Keys. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 46. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Down. 10-2 soft.
Hey, I'm coming.
Ready.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for New Orleans, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.